Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-February 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising, just to get a full picture of everything that's going on this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Well, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take just a general look at what's coming for the remainder of February. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you to end with. But let's go ahead and start with column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we're pulling a summary affirmation card here, Virgo. It says, I am gifted. I love this card. I think sometimes we lose sight of how good we are at certain things or what talents we have. So this I am gifted card is always such a good reminder. With I am gifted to, I would like to say that since this is kind of like past tense, what's wrapping up and coming to a close, likely you've been able to share one of these gifts, share one of these specialties with someone or some situation in the last few weeks. So let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers and see what other messages I can provide you. Okay, the first card that we have is the 5 of Coins or the 5 of Pentacles. This is a card with so many different meanings, so I'm going to give you some of them that seem to be coming through. This can be a card of worry. Most often when I see this card, it's a card of there's something that we are worried about. This can also be a card of ill health, like having a cold, not feeling the best. So perhaps some of you have been feeling a little under the weather the last few weeks. This can also be a card of financial issues or financial concerns. More often than actually having financial issues, it's more financial worries. We're going to clarify though and see what other messages I can give you here. The next card that we have is the 8 of Pentacles. This is a card of mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. One thing that I love about this card is it's hard work paying off. You put in hard work and you're going to reap the benefits of the hard work. So again, if there's financial worry or financial concern, I wouldn't be too worried because this is saying you're putting in hard work and you're going to reap the benefits of it. But this is also enjoying, so I think you're enjoying the work that you're doing right now, and not a lot of us can say. Perhaps you're utilizing skills, gifts, things that feel good to you. At the bottom here we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic. This is long-term energy. I feel like you made a move these last few weeks that was pretty significant, long-term. Maybe you switched jobs, picked up a new project, started a new hobby. Whatever action you did is really kind of pushing you forward here. The King of Swords can also be a card of seeking professional help. So maybe you went to a financial advisor or financial counselor, or if your car was broken down, you went to the mechanic. Again, the King of Swords can be seeking that professional help. So that's good to see as well. Let's see though what other messages we have here. At first we have the Ace of Pentacles, another money card here for you. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. Again, whatever this financial concern or worry is, I feel like it's correcting, which is nice to see. And I'm not going to say financial hardship. I mean, for some of you that could be. But again, it's more like at the concerned or worried stage. But again, that'll be correcting. Definitely some new money coming in here. If you haven't seen it yet, you should soon. So really nice. That also plays on that 8 of Pentacles we were saying, hard work paying off. The next card that we have is the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is kind of a low card. If you look, the sky is dark, this person's laying down flat, they have all these swords stuck into them. It's like feeling like you're in a really low place. You're feeling likely that your hard work isn't paying off. You're feeling like this opportunity isn't coming, but it seems like it definitely is going to come through for you. And at the bottom here, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. So you have a lot of long-term energy with the King of Swords and a lot of long-term energy with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this new job, this new money, this new opportunity is around to stay. Again, really good next move for you. This is also a card of inheritance, retirement, lump sums of money. So definitely pretty money focused these last few weeks here, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, let's go on to our next column now, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of February. Pulling a quick summary card here, it says, I am connected. Connected is a card that goes beyond just like, so this is about being connected to those around you. This is about being connected to yourself. This is about being connected to the earth. This is about being connected to current time. So connection goes a lot deeper than we think it does sometimes. But it's like if we lose connection with any of those things, then we just don't feel right. Things aren't quite flowing the way. So like if you're losing connections with those around you, you're not connected to yourself, you're not connected to that present moment. So connection's going to be really important, but it seems like you're going to have a well-balanced period where you are connected to all those things that are important. But do keep connection top of mind. Maybe you're feeling like really off one day. Maybe like a mindfulness meditation is really good to bring you back into present moment. So think about connections this month. First up, though, for this column, we have the Judgment card. Virgo, this is a card that's always favorable for you. This is going to be a card of clarity, so gaining some information. This also gives you the opportunity to make a decision. So oftentimes with that clarity is then what we need to make kind of a final decision on something. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. With the Queen of Cups, the original deck, this cup looks more like a trophy. And I always tell people, Virgo, like, you're the trophy. This is about taking care of you. Again, make sure you take time if you're feeling disconnected to get reconnected in any aspect. This is about nurturing, and think about nurturing those connections this month. And that could be the connection with yourself, earth, time, or people around you. But again, think about nurturing those connections. At the bottom here, we have the Three of Coins. This is a card of teamwork, collaboration. I will say this is, I think the connections that are going to need the most attention are those around you. So keeping in mind the teamwork, the collaboration, those are not typically things we have to do with ourselves, but with those around us. So I'm not sure quite yet why this teamwork and this collaboration, these connections are so important. But that's definitely the message here, is that we need to kind of foster these connections, heal them, nurture them, support them. They're important though, with the Three of Pentacles coming in at the bottom there. Okay, taking a look at our clarifiers, first up we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very solid, very practical, very wise. I like this because now you can make solid, practical, wise decisions with the Judgment card. Again, you have the clarity and you're able to make the final decision. The King of Pentacles is saying you have the information you need. It's no longer guessing, like you have the ability to be solid, practical, and wise. The King of Pentacles is also an investment opportunity. Typically this comes through as a really good investment. So some of you with the Judgment card, that could be the decision too, is making some sort of investment this month. The next card that we have is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is that very intentional card, that very strategic card. Again, these relationships matter long term. Again, I can't tell you exactly why. I'm sure you'll know why though, Virgo, so it doesn't really matter if I can tell you or not. But we need these relationships long term. We need them to move us forward on something. And the Chariot at the bottom is going to confirm that as well. Somebody once described the Chariot card to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change. It's about being on a journey. And again, these relationships are going to help propel this journey, help move things forward. So they're very important this month. One thing with the Chariot too, this could be a new vehicle. The Chariot is a new vehicle card. Maybe that's the investment that's being spoken to as well. But some of you could be getting a new vehicle also. Okay, at this time we're going to take a look at our third column, which is anything related to money. We're going to start out with like a money tips, tricks, advice card. It says, money is always moving in alignment with your thoughts. Focus your attention on where you want your money to be rather than where you are currently. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, anything you associate with money here, Virgo. First up, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a very bold, powerful, charming card. It's a card of courage. This is also very much so a card of leadership. So I think a lot of you are in a leadership role or will be moving into a leadership role. But there's something you need to like charge forward on. That's what I'm hearing here. There's something you really need to lean in and push hard on, Virgo. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of stress, exhaustion. It's that kind of low feelings card again. We had the Ten of Swords earlier with the dark sky, the person laying down. You're feeling like you're in a low spot. Do keep in mind though, financial shifts are definitely coming. We talked about that earlier. But it's like even though you're feeling low, we need to push forward. The only way out is forward. Then the next card that we have here is the Lovers card. I know you're like, we're talking about money. Why would we have a love card? Let's talk this through. So Lovers card is typically a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. But anytime we have two of something on a card, it can also indicate a decision. So again, we already acknowledged that partnerships are very important. So think about partnerships in terms of the Lovers card. But also be thinking about, I think there's some sort of decision that needs to happen. And I think it's going to be about pushing forward or not. But I want to say it again, the only way out is forward. So just keep that in mind. The King of Wands is really pushing you to push forward. The next card that we have is the Four of Wands. I love to see this. If you see this, this kind of looks like a finish line here. So the Four of Wands is a card of completion, a card of celebration. I think you're so much closer to the finish line than you thought you were. So if you can push forward, you're going to get this completion. You're going to get that win that you need, Virgo. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very honest. But this is, again, you pushing you forward. Yeah, that's the message there. You have to decide if you're going to push through this or not. At the bottom here, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, if you take a look, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly here. Again, this win is going to come so much quicker. This change is going to come so much quicker than you thought you would, Virgo. So just make sure that you can convince yourself to keep pushing forward, even though I know we're feeling low, we're feeling tired here. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. We have the cards, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love, Virgo. The first card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the major arcana. This is fresh hope, taking chances, going on a new path, adventure, beginning. So definitely some new love coming in or a fresh start for a current relationship. I want to point out really quick, you have all major arcana cards here, which is major messages. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. It's making sure that what you're doing feels good to you. And more importantly, it's like, are you on the right path? And this isn't necessarily are you on the right path in the relationship, is are you personally on the right path? Are you personally fulfilled? Do you feel like this is spiritual illumination and what truly feels good to you? So there needs to be some clarity around what we want, figuring out what we want in this new beginning. And at the bottom of the card, we have the Death card. I always like to say the Death card doesn't actually mean death, but it does indicate big changes, endings. It's telling you it's time to move on. It's time to transform, which fits so nicely with our Fool card at the top. Be clear on what you want, move on from what there was, and pursue that new opportunity. Again, this could be a new relationship altogether. This could be a fresh beginning for an existing relationship. But it does feel like a lot of moving on and starting completely new. Okay, in terms of clarifiers, we have the Magician at first. The Magician is turning visions into reality. It's very inspired action. It's interesting because when I talk to people about the Magician card, it's like you have to be clear on what you want in order to get what you want. And the Hermit ties so nicely into that. Being clear on what feels good, on what you want, and then from there, once you know what you want, it's easy to create it. So the Magician's going to help you create this new beginning as anything that you want because now you are clear on what you want. The next card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of low feelings. It's loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, feeling unloved. It's so many low feelings. Again, why are we feeling these low feelings? Of course, some of you, it could be because a relationship is ending. It could be lack of contentment in a current relationship. But it's figuring out why we have these low feelings, getting clarity on what we want, and then being able to move forward. So again, this could be from relationship ending, but this could just in general be things that don't feel so good. We need to figure out why they don't feel good and then make a new action plan forward. At the bottom here, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card fits really nicely into what we've been saying here. A card of clarity, a card of making a decision, but also a card of your life's purpose. So making changes to support the life's purpose here. Okay, now Virgo, let's take a look at our 5th and final column. We're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guide, something to carry into the remainder of February. We have the card, I Will Guide. I love this card. It's so interesting. So it's probably kind of hard to see a little bit, but like there's a baby on a boat down here that you're guiding. You're guiding the owls forward. You're guiding yourself forward. So this is about how we move forward. And remember, I just told you the only way out is forward. But also it's very, very hard to see. But inside this lantern here, there's a tiny heart. And it's important that we lead with our heart. We lead with what feels good. But let's see what final message we have here for you, or messages. Sometimes it's multiple messages. First, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient. It's also a very honest card, so communication could be really important moving forward. I feel like there is something that's not clear, so we have the Moon card next, which is like unseen problems or challenges. It's kind of like delusion or illusion. The information's not clear. So make sure you're asking questions, communicating, because there's something that doesn't meet the eye. There's some piece of information that's missing that you need to figure out, that you need to get that information on. Then the next card, or the last card in this column we have is, this is a card of self-defense. It's a card of like protecting yourself against competition. Again, there's just some sort of information you need to find out. So you need to kind of be on the defense until you have the full picture, until you have all the information here, Virgo. The first card that we have is for clarifiers is the Empress. This is a card of creation. This is a card of abundance. I like this. You're in a really strong position with the Empress. You can kind of get anything you need. You have that abundance of knowledge, that abundance of kindness. You have that abundance of time, energy, resources, whatever it may be. So I have no doubt that you'll be able to get the information, but again, you just need to keep seeking. The next card that we have is the Justice card. This is a card of truth coming out, but again, it's kind of pushing until we get the appropriate information, until we can see the full picture. And then at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, this is a card of being very active. It's taking on something new. It's creative. It's idea. I feel like you will be able to find out the information and then move forward on this, but this is more about kind of defending yourself and not going for this new thing until we know all the details here, Virgo. Okay, now at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of those questions right now. But for question number 1, we have the 3 of diamonds. This is number 48 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the 3 of spades. This is number 10 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the King of clubs. This is number 50 card. That's also a yes. So yeses across the board there for you, Virgo. Then we're also going to pull a card for our Healing Stones deck. Actually, we pulled one earlier this month, so we're just going to look at your crystal of the month. It's black tourmaline, which is good for protection, relaxation, helps relax body, mind, and spirit, but definitely heavy on the protection there, keeping bad energies away from you. And then last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Virgo, your Healing Note says, oh, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. That's neat. Heal your heart. Forgive those who have harmed you. Anger only aggravates wounds. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Self-love is a powerful heart healing agent. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Virgo, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your February.